Hi, I'm Junior Hoops, the Family Advocacy Program Manager here at ACS. Again, I'm here to talk to you about our tips of the day for this last week. We had this last week was assertive communication. So there's three kinds of communications. You have aggressive, you have assertive, you have passive. So we want to try to stay in that assertive range, and we're going to talk a little bit about that, about some of the tips that we had this last week and some things you can do to be a better communicator. So some of the traits of a good communicator or assertive communicator is clearly states their wants. Good eye contact is another one. Our body language, how we hold ourselves, and just appropriate levels of speaking versus really loud or very soft. So very appropriate level, very good eye contact, knowing exactly what we want, and talking about it clearly as possible. These are some good traits. So some of the tips that we're going to talk about is, first one we talked about this last week was respecting yourself. So knowing what you want, and knowing what you need. There's a difference obviously between wants and needs, but then knowing what's important to you. And this, what you're going to find is these are important to a lot of other people. But again, respecting yourself and knowing exactly what you want. And it's okay to express yourself and what you want, but again, doing it in a very appropriate way. The next one is expressing your thoughts and feelings calmly. Sometimes this is difficult because we get very emotional about some of the things that we want or need. So again, trying to do this as calmly as possible. And before we talk to the individual, practicing it out, knowing exactly what we need and know what we want, again, and then doing it as calmly as possible. And if we find that our levels are starting to get to a level that is not appropriate, again, taking those timeouts that we've talked about before. Like you talked about in some of the tips was giving the silent treatment or yelling or threatening or shaming. These are not examples of what you want to do when they're trying to do it calmly. The next one was plan what you're going to say. So if it's something you want to talk to someone about that's something serious, plan it out, even write it down and then read it over. There's nothing wrong with, even when you go to talk to the person, having, letting the individual know, hey, this is going to be something that's very, very emotional for me, or this is something that is very concerning to me, and so I did write it down. Please allow me to go through it. So know what you want to say and how to express them before you talk with the conversations. And like it says, come up with specific sentences or words you can use. Again, when you're talking about stuff and planning what you're saying, using I statements. Again, this is how I feel, this is how I see it, this is what I need, versus you, or we. Say no when you need to. There's nothing wrong with saying no. We can't make everyone happy all the time, so we have to know our limits. So if we know that our limit is here, don't wait till you get to there. Start saying no to certain things. And it doesn't have to be major things. It can be something very simple. Just right now, I can't do that. And don't just say no, but you don't have to give an excuse either. Just say no, for me right now, I can't do this. But you don't have to make excuses for why you're saying no. Again, offer to help in other situations. No, I can't do this right now, but I can help with this other situation. So these are some things that you can do to be a more assertive communicator. You can Google it and find out more information about assertive communications. Again, I'm Junior Hoops from the Family Advocacy Program here at ACS. Please follow us on Facebook. Please look back at our other previous week's tips of the day and our other videos. Thank you very much.